Okay, well, I followed the traditional route to become a solicitor, which involves, after A-levels, going to university to read law. I read law at university. I did it on a part-time basis, so I worked during the day and studied in the evening. After I had done my studying, what you've got to do is do something called a training contract, which is a 2-year practical training, a bit like an apprenticeship for solicitors. I did that for a couple of years, and then I qualified as a solicitor.
My role is Education and Community Coordinator for the North West region. I got into it, I used to work in training, so delivering training to members of staff. And when I was doing a job at BAM as maternity cover, and when that came to an end, I saw that there was other people in the country doing the job of the Education and Community Coordinator, and I really liked the look of it. So I persuaded the people I work with to take me on to do that job within the region.
I think everybody finds that the construction industry, not just Carillion, is a varied job and an interesting job as well.
The best thing about working for BAM is the people. The people I work with are really good fun to work with. Everyone's really hard working, but also everyone wants to enjoy what they do as well.
You need to be able to listen to what people are asking you to do or teaching you to do. And I think the second one is, for me, definitely is good timekeeping. So you need to be, if you're asked to be at work at 8 o'clock, you get there for 8 o'clock. Especially in the construction industry, if you're working on a large project and your supervisor asks you to be there at 8 because you need to start work across the other end of the site, then if you're not there on time, he has to go and start work, walk all the way to where he's working, walk all the way back to come and collect you at 8:30 when you get there. So good timekeeping is definitely important. And I think the third one is just a positive attitude to, wanting to be at work.
It's having a belief that you will be successful, so when you get setbacks in the future, you have belief in the skills that you already have, and you have skills in the story that you bring to any employer. I think that leads on to the second skill, which is the skill of resilience. So no matter how good you are in any employment profession, you're going to have those setbacks. And for me, it's the ability to bounce back from those setbacks that really separate the good for the great employees.
It's a willingness to learn. They're not always the people who've got great qualifications or great experience, but they've got a desire to learn, and they want to learn from all different people that they work with.
I think one of the major difficulties is the labels that are given to young people. I think one of the best ways to overcome that is to demonstrate to employers the strengths that young people have and not the things that they don't have. From a DWF perspective, it's really important that we connect with the young people in Greater Manchester, simply because of the wealth of talent that exists out there, but often that talent is hidden. And one of the main reasons I took part in Talent Match was to be able to make those connections with the young people in Greater Manchester and then allow them to see the opportunities that exist within the world of work, and in particular within legal services.
I'm good at getting people to work together, and because I'm so passionate about working with young people and being involved in groups like Talent Match, I can get other people enthusiastic about being involved and wanting to support it.
Working with young people is so important, you see, because that's our next generation of talent. No business or industry can stand still. You just be happy with the people they're working with currently. We always have to look to where the talent and the skills are coming from next, because they are the future managers and the people who are going to take this company into new directions. And that's why we invest so heavily in apprenticeships and training schemes.
Well, it's really important to BAM because in order for the industry to succeed, we need to carry on training people. And so we need to every year take on young people who are enthusiastic and excited about getting into the industry, and train those people to be good site managers, to be good quantity surveyors, design managers and so on. So it's without that young talent, the industry wouldn't progress.
I think it's really important to have you know, good sort of careers advice at the later stages of school, so people can start trying to make those choices and start trying to put together maybe a CV or knowing what a CV looks like, as well as trying to get together some interview skills.
I did the work experience, so I knew that I wanted to do construction, but there's so many paths to do. I think you might need a bit of guidance. I think employers can do many different types of things, like providing apprenticeships or one, but starting off at like a lower end, like giving site visits, providing work experience, just spending a bit of time with them really, just showing that they actually believe in young people.
To be honest, I'd love to be just successful. Whatever I'm doing, I'd like to be successful in it. And at the minute, I'm hoping to get into an HR career. I don't actually have any qualifications for that yet, but I'm hoping to pursue that, and I'm hoping that my personality and just gaining the skills that I'm doing now will get me there.
Yeah, I want to be a site manager, and how am I going to get there? Through well, I'm doing a technical apprenticeship now for 2 years, and then after that I wish to go on a day release course at university for 5 years doing a construction management degree, and after that there's another like 3 years, and then in that 3 years I want to become site manager, and then enhance my career from that point really. Like, I enjoy coming to work. It gives you a bit of like sense of pride, to be fair.
So any experience you can get, anything at all, and I know sometimes it can be difficult, but there is help out there to get some voluntary work, so anything like that that you can do I think would be a great help.
Thank you very much, Nick.